I thought I'd make a video that may help some fellow content creators out there. Many of you may or may not know that I do YouTube as a hobby, and finding time to do this thing is very limited. So I use tools to help expedite and make my filming process that much easier. So without any further ado, I'm gonna list 5 things that I use almost on every single project that help me get the job done and get the job done right. The first and foremost is this Hoodman's eye cup for the Sony a7R II. This eye cup is for all alpha cameras. They also make them for Canon cameras and Nikon cameras and things like that. I found this thing to be absolutely amazing. I know it looks like it's obstructing the screen, but you can just pull the screen out and it's unobstructed. When I'm shooting out in sunlight, especially with adapted lenses like I have here with the Canon 16-35, it's kind of hard to find focus and keep focus. So this helps me do that with it being much more comfortable placed against my eye. It seals out all of the light. It does a fantastic job at that. And it's very affordable. It's about $20. The next thing that you see me use on every single one of my videos where I'm talking into the camera like this is this X-Rite Colorchecker passport for video. This thing is fantastic. As you know, I'm a one-man show, so it allows me to check critical focus, set my custom white balance. Additionally, it allows me to set my color tones and match colors very well. There's also a tool for this that can be used within Final Cut Pro 10 where it matches up these things. I don't use that. I use a Lumetri tool within Premiere and it works fantastically. I've been playing around a lot with S-Log, a picture profile within the Sony cameras, and this tool is a must-have for helping me match those colors. The next thing I use all the time is this Be-Free MVH400 AHUS. Well, it's essentially a fluid head that is very lightweight and made for travel. I use this on my monopod all the time. It allows me to adapt Manfrotto 500 PL plates to it. Carrying this versus the 502 head it's night and day. This thing is super light, super compact. I can throw it in my bag. It attaches via 3/8. You can adapt that to 1/4-20. This thing is amazing. The handle is a little awkward, so I just detached it completely. And I wish Manfrotto would adjust this to where this could fold down or just put it in the body where you connect the actual handle. If that was the case, this thing would be the perfect option for travel. The next thing that I use in every single one of my videos are these Dinkum Systems clamps that adjust. They're very, very strong and they work well. These clamps, you put them in place, they stay there and you can adjust them in that certain way. They have a pretty high payload capability. Right now I'm using my Pix-E 5H video recorder on one right now and it's holding it in place perfectly. This I use to hold my Sennheiser MKH416 or my Aperture DAT shotgun microphone. I don't have all these boom poles running everywhere because in my shooting space here is very limited and it can get kind of cramped with having a bunch of poles and light stands and things like that. These help me combat that and they work great. One thing that I will tell you if you do consider purchasing these is that these links here are really, really tough to break. They're easy to break apart, but they're tough to put together. When I first got them, I was fighting with the one that I have my recorder on, so much so that I was considering returning it. Thankfully, I didn't, and I just manned up and pushed it together, and it works fantastically, and it's worked fantastically ever since. This next item is comprised of a couple of pieces to make a system. So essentially, there's multiple parts in what I use to build it. It's something that I use for every single one of my overhead shots. It's the Manfrotto 131 TC tabletop clamp. I have here on the other end, because the clamp is just this portion right here and the rest of it, and it's adjustable in height and you can clamp it to any table. The other portion of it is this Manfrotto 438 compact leveling head. You can essentially turn a flat tripod into a ball head with this system right here. This is one of the best things that I have, and I have multiples of them because I have a bunch of tripods that I don't like messing around with the legs to get level. This allows me to kind of open this snap up and adjust it in a way that it levels. And on top of here is a Manfrotto 577 base plate for adapting the Manfrotto plate system. This thing is absolutely, positively one of the best 150 bucks I've spent. This is just the first part, so it's the vertical portion of it. And you can, like I said, you can adjust the height after you unlock it, pull it out, and you can make minute adjustments to your height. This thing is just great. I love it. And again, it's not the whole piece of it. So I have this tether tools portion that goes across the top. This is the rock solid. It has 2 1/4-20 pieces on the end, and I have a Manfrotto RC, a 496 RC2 ball head attached here, so I can make more adjustments. It just levels out all of my overhead shots, and it just works great. This system in and of itself was the best investment that I've made for my overhead shots, because I hate having a tripod with a bar hanging over it. I was always bumping it and all that type of stuff because I'm very limited in my space, like I said. This absolutely eliminates that. I can leave this set up without having to break it down and put it back up all the time. It just works great. I just attach it to the side of my table here and put some construction paper down to change up the background, put some things on the table and move it around. It just works great. It comes highly recommended. I've been using it for the past, I don't know, 6 or 7 months or so, and I don't know how I didn't know about this before. It's just saved me a bunch of time, and I love it. If you're interested in any of this stuff, be aware that I have linked every single item down in the description of this video, and shopping through those links helped me out quite a bit. It allows me to make content for you like this. Well, that about does it for me in this one. If you like this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. If not, you know what to do. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I am Tomas, and I will catch you in the next one.